Have you ever carried a secret so heavy that it quietly shaped every relationship in your life? This story dives deep into that hidden weight, the kind that doesn't show on the surface but changes how you see yourself and how the world responds to you. It's about Ellie Morgan, a woman who appears to have everything: success, intelligence, power, and control. Yet behind the glass walls of her corner office and the polished image everyone admires, she is fighting a loneliness born not from failure, but from survival. This narrative explores what happens when strength becomes a shield, when independence turns into isolation, and when vulnerability feels more dangerous than being alone. Ellie's life has been defined by resilience. Beating stage 3 ovarian cancer saved her life, but it also took parts of her identity she never imagined losing. Her body carries scars that tell a story she never wanted to explain on first dates, and her heart carries fear that letting someone close will only lead to loss again. Success became her armor, not because she chose ambition over love, but because it was safer than hoping. The world labeled her cold, intimidating, unreachable, never realizing that beneath that exterior was someone who longed to be seen without judgment. Mark Holloway enters her life quietly, without force or expectation. A widowed single father balancing grief, responsibility, and exhaustion, he doesn't try to fix Ellie or impress her. He simply shows up as himself, flawed, honest, and deeply human. Through shared late nights, unspoken understanding, and moments of raw truth, their connection grows not from convenience, but from recognition. They see each other's wounds, not as weaknesses, but as proof of survival. This story carefully unpacks how two people shaped by loss learn that connection doesn't erase pain, it gives it meaning. At its core, this is not just a love story. It's a story about boundaries, power, fear, and choice. It explores the complexity of falling for someone when circumstances make everything harder, when professional roles, past trauma, and responsibility collide. It asks difficult questions. How do you love after loss? How do you open yourself up when you've learned that life can take everything without warning? How do you build something new without betraying what came before? Family plays a quiet but powerful role throughout this journey. Lily, Mark's daughter, represents hope in its purest form: honest, intuitive, and brave enough to try even when she's afraid. Through her eyes, the story shows that love doesn't need to replace what was lost to be real. It can grow alongside grief, creating space for healing without erasing memory. The bond that forms between Ellie and Lily is not instant or perfect, but it is real, tested, and earned, reflecting how blended families and second chances often unfold in real life. The narrative also touches on themes rarely explored with this level of emotional honesty: dating after cancer, loving as a survivor, and living with uncertainty. Ellie's fear of recurrence, Mark's lingering grief, and the reality that the future is never guaranteed all add layers of tension and authenticity. This story doesn't promise certainty or fairy tale perfection. Instead, it offers something more meaningful: the idea that choosing to love, despite risk, is an act of courage. Transformation is a quiet thread woven throughout the story. From corporate offices to hotel balconies, from science fairs to hospital waiting rooms, each setting reflects an internal shift. Much like the butterfly metaphor Lily presents, the characters are not reborn as entirely new people. They carry their past selves forward, reshaped but not erased. The pain they've endured becomes part of their strength, not something to hide. This story is for anyone who has ever felt too much, or not enough, at the same time. For survivors who wonder if they are still desirable, for single parents who fear love will complicate an already fragile balance, and for anyone who has built walls so strong they forgot how to let someone in. It's a reminder that healing isn't linear, love isn't convenient, and being seen, truly seen, is one of the bravest things a person can allow. If you've ever believed your story was over because of what you lost, this narrative gently challenges that idea. It suggests that sometimes life doesn't begin again by erasing the past, but by integrating it into something deeper and more honest. Love, in this story, isn't about saving each other. It's about walking side by side, aware of the risks, and choosing connection anyway. If this story touched something in you, if you recognized your own fears, scars, or hopes within it, consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. More stories like this explore emotional depth, human resilience, unexpected connections, and the quiet courage it takes to live fully after life has tried to break you.